Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button and keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy. Alright folks, here we are on Monday, November 13th. We're going to take a look at Workhorse today. So I thought with earnings coming up, we'd come in and put some levels on the chart, see where, depending on how it moves, if it booms, if it busts, if it kind of moves sideways, what levels may come into play depending on the reaction. So, it's pretty near into a level right here, 37.50, perched just above it at the moment, but you see it's compressed into this range here from about 48 cents down to that, I guess really 35-36 cent range. So interested to see if it has a clear break one way or the other from that range. That could be a strong signal. We'll see. And then if it does move up, this downtrend resistance, if and when it gets to here, if it moved up quickly, it would have to rise quite a bit to get there, in the near term. But if it came kind of sideways or, out like this, curled a bit, it would run into it in sort of the mid O's. And that's the most important level for it to break, in my opinion. This downtrend resistance that has captured it for a very long time, since April of last year. And now it's caught under an additional downtrend resistance that it's trying to sort of sidestep itself out of. But I didn't want to clutter the chart too much. It seemed sort of silly to put in another downtrend resistance that it's trying to work out from under already, and just leave this one and say, if it does beat this downtrend resistance, then it's going to run into this one at some point. So to me, that's the critical level. Now coming up, if it does have a strong rise, I would say, here's the danger of keeping the chart clean. Like I said, it's caught in this area from about 50 down to 35, 36. So just know that that's there. There's more granular levels in here. But I tried to pick out the big ones, and then there's another one here about 55 or so. But if it can move through those, 73.81, so there's a lot of run room here. Now I don't know what it's going to do with it, but it is there right now. So we'll see how that develops. And then, coming days, weeks, whatever, 87.82, 116, and then 140 seem like the key levels to me. Again, there are closer in levels in between these. Here's one here, there's another one here. So just be mindful of that. These aren't, it's not like it's going to fly between all of these levels, and not have anything in between. Now on the think or swim study, it's obviously well down here in the channel, still caught in a downtrend, but it is triggering on the TTM squeeze indicator. We had a trigger and a fire back here that did basically nothing. And so we see this sometimes. You see this trigger and fire played out, and it brought the stock price when it fired from about, what was it on this day? It was about 108 or so. And it fired and brought it all the way down to 34 cents. So, I mean, huge percentage change. Now we get a trigger and a fire, and it just stays pinned to the mid-range of the channel, moving slightly down, but pinned to the mid-range of the channel. And now it's triggering, and at some point will refire again. So sometimes we see this where it sort of triggers, fires, and it just kind of consolidates price. And then on the re-trigger and refire, that's where the real move comes in. So does that start to kick off tomorrow based on, the big catalyst? I don't know. We'll have to see. But whenever it does take shape, I'm going to keep an eye on that as well to see which way it seems to be breaking. All right, folks, I hope that your week is off to a good start. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.